Guys, I'm about to give you 3 strategies that's going to help you get better at alternate picking across multiple strings. So you've gotten fast at playing on one string, and that's something to be proud of because hey, it sounds cool, but now maybe you're struggling with playing fast or alternate picking in general across multiple strings. So these 3 strategies I'm about to go through with you is going to help you break free from that, and you're going to be shredding across every single string, or at least more than one string. All right, strategy number 1, guys, I'm going to give you a series of notes to play on 2 different strings, and this is how we're going to start out. And this is crucial. What we're about to do is just so important. I can't stress that enough, because just this little technique alone that I'm going to show you is going to help you be light years ahead of where you are now. So we're going to start out on the E string, and we're going to be playing frets 15, 14, and 12. And again, we are alternate picking back and forth. Now head over to the B string and we're going to play frets 15, 13, and 12. Alright, here's the strategy, guys. What I want you to do is I want you to play that first series of notes on the E string twice before you go to the next string, okay? Play that twice, and then when you get to the B string, play those series of notes twice as well. Now, I want you to play a similar pattern, okay? So we're going to be using strings D and A, and on the D string, we're going to start out at the 14th fret. So we're going to play 14, 12, and 10. Then we're going to turn around on the A string and play that same exact pattern, those same exact frets, 14, 12, and 10. Now, I want you to play those together, but using the same technique. Play the notes on the D string twice, then go over to the A string and play those notes twice, and just keep that pattern going. Now, what you're doing here, and this is why this is so crucial. I know it seems simple, but this is crucial, guys. So what you're doing is you're developing the muscle memory. So you're used to playing kind of fast on that one string, and your brain's like, okay, I can do this one string. But when you flop to that next string, your brain's like, wait, hold on, dude. What are we trying to do here? And that's why you screw up all the time, right? So playing the notes twice on the one string, then going to the next string, playing the notes twice kind of helps you further develop that muscle memory. It helps you develop that connection between your brain and your hands and maybe your pick, whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Strategy number 2. Now, if you notice in strategy 1, we only played the notes from the high to the low note. This time, I want us to simply reverse those patterns, and I'll tell you why in a second. So let's go back to that first pattern we learned. Start out on the B string. You're going to reverse the pattern. You're going to start out with 12, 13, 15. Then you're going to go over to the E string and play 12, 14, 15. All right, now we're going to take that second pattern that we learned, and again, we're just going to reverse that. So you'll play 10, 12, 14 on the A string twice, then you'll go right over to that D string and play those same frets, 10, 12, 14 twice. Now, here's why we did that part, strategy number 2, and it's kind of obvious, you got used to playing one way, okay, starting from high to low, going down the neck. Now we're reversing that and going up the neck, starting from low to high notes, and I'll share a quick story with you. This is where I screwed up as a guitarist in the very beginning. I got really fast playing those notes across multiple strings, alternate picking across multiple strings, going down the neck from the high note to the low note. But for some reason, I never played it the opposite way. And then, months later, after I'd gotten really good at that technique, I started trying to reverse that. I'm like, holy crap, How can I be so good at this and then I suck so bad at this? Well, it's because I didn't practice it. So right out of the gate here, I'm getting you guys used to playing it both ways, you know, playing it from high to low and then from low to high. And this way you're going to be equally great at both techniques. Strategy number 3. Now we're gonna get a little bit more complex, okay? We're gonna take everything we've learned and, you know, we've strengthened that muscle memory there. We're gonna kind of venture out a little bit. We're gonna add another string to that first pattern. So what I want you to do is start out on the E string. We're gonna play 15, 14, and 12, but you're only gonna do that one time this time before going to the next pattern. So just 15, 14, 12. Now you're going to play the notes on the B string, which is 15, 13, and 12, but you're going to play this particular pattern twice. Now we're going to add a third string in there. We're going to play the G string, and I'm going to throw a little off note in here just so the pattern sounds a little bit cooler. You're going to play 15, 14, and 12 on the G string. Now I'm going to do something after that, okay? What I'm going to do after that is not going to be an alternate picking technique. It's just something we're kind of ending on. You're going to take that last note, that 12th fret on the G string, and you're just going to pick that and slide it back up to that 15th fret on the same string. So here's the entire pattern. Now here's a few notes, no pun intended, about the pattern you just played. For one, we mixed things up a little bit, okay? Instead of playing that first section twice, we only played it once. Then we went to that next set of notes and played that twice. Kind of just mixed things up a little bit there, getting your brain used to like, okay, we learned it this way, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing every time, okay? That just triggers something up here. And then that last piece, you know, we ended on a little slide, and the reason I throw that in because I don't want you guys to get caught up into playing just robotic patterns. It's so easy for us guitar players to get caught up in that. We learn this skill or learn these notes and dun 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 dun, and it's just kind of boring after a while. So I want you to already go ahead and get used to adding a little bit of flavor, you know, throw that in there. It's kind of like adding more hot sauce to the chicken wings, you know, it's just better. The other part of this is now we've got to play a reverse pattern, right? We've got to go up the neck. And I'm going to give you a different set of notes to play on this one, okay? So we're going to start out on the A string, and the frets that we're going to play are going to be 14, 15, and 17. Now you're going to go over to the D string, and you're going to play frets 14, 16, 17, but there's a little caveat here. On that 17th fret, I slide my third finger up. Typically you'd use your pinky because that's the next finger in line to hit that note, but I slide to that next note with my third finger, and there's a reason why. The reason I slide up is it just makes it a little bit easier, for me at least. You know, there's different ways you can do this. My way might not be the best way, but I'm just showing you how I do this. The next part of that pattern, I'm going to play notes 16, 17, and 19, and actually we're going to play those notes twice. Now the next series of notes is going to be on the G string. We're going to play 16, 17, and 19 on the G string. And then we're just going to end on the B string, the 17th fret. So here's how that pattern sounds all the way through. Guys, I have got a free metal guitar practice guide that I'm giving away. Just go to jasonstallworth.com/guitarist. And I don't mean slash as the guitarist. I mean slash guitarist. Anyway, you get it. So I'm going to leave that link also in the description of this video. So go there, download that. And the cool thing about that guide is anytime I make updates, which I'm getting ready to make an update to the guide, I'll also send you a free updated copy of that anytime I do that. So definitely grab your copy. Again, that link is in the description of this YouTube video. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I really hope it helped. I've had a lot of people ask me this over the years, how you get better at alternate picking and playing fast across multiple strings. So I'm finally putting this video out there for you guys. So let me know if you have any questions by commenting, and give this video a thumbs up if you don't mind, guys. That really helps my channel out. Guys, as always, until the next video, keep it metal.